About bolts for a moment. What we've done here, this bolt was placed here about 15 years ago. You can see it's the old star drive-in, they call it, and it has the old chrome-alloy hangers. At the time they were the best on the market, but now even the manufacturer of these says they won't use them. This is called a raw bolt. One of these placed and put into the right torque with a stainless steel hanger such as this is good for 5,000 to 7,000 pounds. The hanger's rated at about 5,000 pounds, and the bolt's rated about 7,000 pounds. What we'll do is we'll drill a hole. We have an actual drill for drilling it. We'll make sure the mass of cement around it is solid. One problem that happens is people will place bolts, they'll put in an edge like this, but not think about the concrete breaking out there. So what you want to do is have a lot of mass around it to support it, and make sure that you get the right type of bolt. And once we drive this in, then we'll tighten it up, and this little wedge here will come into it and expand it. So right now what we've done is we've got a power drill, and we'll just pick out a good area. Usually what we do is, if we're out on the rock, is we'll sound it. We'll bang it to see if it sounds hollow or something. We find a good place. For us right here is we'll make one over here. We're well away from this old hole. We hold it in straight. Now there is a misconception. People think that if you hold and push hard on this, it's going to drill faster. In fact, that may slow it down. So what we do is we try to just hold its weight. One thing that we'll want to do, you notice he's blowing out the dust, and we're going to want to make sure it's plenty deep. If it's not deep enough, that's really bad. In this type of bolt, it doesn't matter how deep we go, but if it's too shallow, it is a problem. And how deep is it? Okay, now we'll have to go a little deeper. Notice there's already tape on this drill bit showing the depth, and so I went up to the tape now. I know I'm at least deep enough. And so on this type, we pull the sticker off it. We're going to take this off it here and take it apart and grab the hanger. Let's grab that hanger if we can. We'll thread that through there, directly in here. Now, one thing to prevent frost wedging and rust and stuff, problems like that, is often we'll put silicone or epoxy around it. We'll face this in the direction we want it, and actually now at this point we're going to tighten it up. And to get a proper depth, or a proper thing, a torque wrench is important to get it seated properly. Now, you can pretty well guess it. More bolts, you're going to have problems. If you over-tighten it, you can actually break it off. So we'll come back up here later with the torque wrench and test the torque on it. These run up to about 60 foot-pounds of torque for the half-inch, 35 pounds for the 3/8.